On this week's episode, we're going to go ahead and install these QA1 coilovers and front shocks, the dual adjustable ones that I showed you in last week's video. So let's get started on that right now. Before we get started putting these coilovers on, I just wanted to shout out Montezuma. Toolbox is here. Probably about a year ago now, they sent me a really big toolbox, which I'm super thankful for. Very excited for that. They sent me this new Montezuma Pro Series box. It's got a stainless steel split top on it. Really nice door locks, just like on that bigger toolbox. So if you want to get your hands on a fresh toolbox for your garage, they are giving me a little promotion code. It's just Travis10. And if you put that in when you're checking out and buying one of these boxes, you'll get 10% off your purchase. So go check them out. And then if you order, make sure to use my code and you'll get 10% off. So the first shocks we're going to take off are the front ones because they're easiest to get to. Main reason swapping these out is these are just a standard regular old driving down the road shock. We're going to be putting the dual adjustables on so that we can adjust the rebound and compression on them and stuff, so we can set them up more like a 90-10 drag shock. So basically it'll release faster going up, making wheelies easier, and then compress slower coming down, so I don't get the bouncing with the front wheels that I had last year. So get these popped off, and can't wait to see what the QA1s look like on here. Boom. Junk. Okay, so the bushing on the bottom for my shock tabs, it's off by like a 1/16 of an inch, so I just pushed it out a little bit. I'm going to put it on this little belt sander and take a little material off so it'll slide down in between the shock ears. With a little material shaved off of that sleeve, it slides right in between the shock ears now, which is exactly what I wanted. So now got to put the top in first and swing it down in there. Then we'll get to see what these look like on here. It's going to fight me all the way. Got it on far enough with by hand, so we'll just press it on the rest of the way with the washer. Now with the passenger side one on, I got one in each hand. The one that I had on my truck before was it's a steel casing, so it's a lot heavier. This is all nice aluminum. It's super light compared to this, and then it's also getting way more features. So I'm super excited for these, and I can't wait to see what they do for the front end of the truck with the launches and everything like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and toss one on the driver's side real quick, and then we'll move on to the back. All right, today's been a win and a lose. We found some things just from last year. When I was mounting these front shocks up, I noticed that the upper shock mount is actually bent a little bit, bowing my frame, which is very concerning to me. So once we get the truck running this season, I'm going to drive it back over to the Loud and Ugly shop and put it on the car hoist, cut this stuff off, make a whole new setup for that. That way we're safe for this season. Also, these coils are a little bit longer eye-to-eye reach, so I put them in my lower slot. I was in the middle hole on my adjustable mounts on the back axle, so I put them in the lower one. Now we're going to see when we get the wheels back on here what we've got going on, see the ride height and everything. We were going to put it on the ground today, but I had one slick going flat ever since I put the screws through the bead lock, so I thought that was a problem. I took those back home today, tore them down, didn't see anything wrong with them, siliconed them all back up, tightened them down, aired them up, and then we're sitting there, and Jordan actually did find a pinhole in the sidewall of one of my new slicks, so that's a huge bummer, but I'm going to get that situated as well, so we can get the tires put back on this. This week I'm also finishing up the wiring inside the cab. I won't even show you that because it's disgusting and I hate it. But other than that, we should be up and running here within a week or two. That way we can get some footage of it, get out to the track, do some test and tune days with these new QA1 coilovers and front shocks, really get this thing leaving good. I'll be wiring in two-step as well, so that's going to be something that's going to make the truck run a lot more consistent this year. So stay tuned, and like always, thank you for the support and watching the videos. The Montezuma Toolbox thing, don't forget about that. That'll get you 10% off. Just use code Travis10. And yeah, hop on my website as well. Buy some merch. We got the new sweatshirts out, and I appreciate your support. Thanks.